What's going on, everybody? Making a little adjustment here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is your boy, DMP Speaks. I'm glad to be in front of you on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday morning. How you guys doing? I said, how y'all doing? I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm just in a good mood. Why? It's just a great day. And because it's a great day, I serve a great God, and so do you. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope that your teens are doing well. It's time for school coming up. Some of you have seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, right? And as a parent, boy, I tell you, those are the days. Those are the days getting them up, and especially if they're in sports or band or whatever they're involved in. It could be a rough time, but it's a very rewarding time to see your son or daughter do something that they really enjoy doing. So I'm hoping that you guys are safe, you're feeling well. I'm feeling well. So if you don't know who I am by now, my name is David M. Pinkston. I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am a speaker. I am a soon to be author. I am a board certified Christian counselor, but I am a personal development coach for families. I love families, and I love parents, and I love teens and young adults. I believe that this is a part of my purpose to help your family not just grow with knowledge, but to put that knowledge together. I believe in reconciliation and of the family. I believe that the family is what God intended. And I believe that's a part of my job on this earth is to bring families together and help teens and young adults find their purpose. So pretty much I'm helping personally develop the whole family. So I'm excited to be with you all. Thank you guys for your support every day, every week, your likes and your posts and your shares. But I need you guys to do me a favor today. I need you to share this with somebody. I want you to share this with somebody because this is a great time to be alive. And I say this all the time. Your family deserves transformation. Every family deserves transformation, and yours does too. So let's get into this topic today. Let's get into this topic. The topic that I want to talk about is protecting your teen's mind. Again, the topic is protecting your teen's mind. Now, you might say, well, DMP Speaks, you kind of already talked about this, and I probably have, but this is a little bit more of a different perspective. Okay. This is a little different because what I want to talk about and what I want to say is your teen's mind ah, can be a dangerous place. Now, follow me. Your teen's mind can be a dangerous place if it's not protected. Let that simmer right there. Your teen's mind can be a dangerous place if it's not protected, right? We wear helmets, right? If you're riding a bike or a motorcycle, right? You put your seatbelt on, you're protected, right? You have protection in your home, other protection that you already know about, right? I'm talking about your teen's mind though, and not just physically, but emotionally, psychologically. If your teen's mind is not protected, then the first thing is what's protecting it? But before what's protecting it, who's protecting it? And if nobody's protecting it, what is your team's mind vulnerable to? That's a question that we really got to start asking ourselves. Are we really protecting our team's mind, or we are allowing things to come in and infiltrate a new way of thinking, a new way of doing things that is negative, right? Now we talk about physical and verbal abuse and neglect and depression and anxiety, but what if and those things are horrible, right? and I'm an advocate for non-physical, non-verbal, or verbal abuse. I'm an advocate that we don't do that, right? We don't believe in that. But again, I'm talking about the mind. When your teen's mind feels empty, when they feel undervalued or not valued at all, right? It could be a very dangerous place for a teen's emotional state. I keep saying mind, but their emotional state. If they don't feel that they're being protected by you, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to trust your word. They're not going to trust your actions. They're going to try to figure it out on their own. We know, even though these teens feel like they got all the answers, and not saying that they don't know, they don't have an answer, but they don't have enough answers at times to make conscious decisions, right? Now, we do have to instill as much as we can into them as they get older and get and mature. But there are certain things, if they haven't been privy to, and trying to figure out something that you have never done can be dangerous. Okay. Now, when you add emotional pain and instability, and there's a lot of homes these days in America and across the board that have some instability in the home. Maybe mom is not there. Maybe dad is not there. Maybe mom and dad are not even there all the time. So the house is unstable. There's arguing, there's cussing going on, there's bickering and fighting, right? There's manipulation going on, there's narcissistic ways of you got to do this, and gaslighting. I could go on and on and on. That's a very unstable environment for any child, right? And it makes them feel, if they're undervalued, might feel that they're not, that they don't matter. Trying to put it a different way, that they don't matter. Of course, we know that our children matter, right? About, how they think and how they are, how they portray themselves. But one of the things that my particular program, so I have a 12-week program that I work with families and bring them together. I work on the communication. I work on, them understanding each other and then reconciling differences so that the relationship can grow stronger. And it's called the Family Transformation Programs. 12 sessions. I won't even say 12 weeks, because sometimes those sessions can have a part A or even a part B, but 12 sessions to work out certain things. But one thing that I make very clear, and we're still talking about protecting your child's mind, I make or encourage, but as a coach, I push my families to recite an affirmation that they come up together with for 21 days, every single day for 21 days, because we know when 21 to 30 days happen and you're doing something every day, it becomes a habit. And why am I making this a part of the program that I have? Because if you say it enough, you'll start to believe it. If you say, because and that can go in a negative direction. If you keep saying something over and over, you keep doing something over and over, and it becomes a habit, there's bad habits, but there are also good habits. And I believe affirmations are one of those keys that helps young teens, young minds, your 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, even your 21, 22-year-old, get out of that stinking thinking. What is stinking thinking? Believing that they're lower than who they are. Like, you'll tell them that they're valuable, but internally they don't feel like they're valuable. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if I could be transparent, I felt like that as a teenager at times. Loving parents. My mother's still with us. My father's going on to be with God. Loving parents. But there are times that I didn't feel valued, not by them, but by society, by people in school, by people in church. I didn't feel valued. So a lot of kids might not feel valued, even though you're telling them, but you got to continue to tell them. You got to make it the affirmation has to be a habit, because we have to let them know that they are special. They are unique, right? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. I'll say it again, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And sometimes we can allow things in our teen and young adults' minds, and it's wasting their energy, it's wasting time because they don't feel comfortable talking about it. Because there's a lot of kids that are suffering by themselves. They're suffering in their own silence. They're suffering through a text message. They're suffering through a song. They keep playing it over and over, and their emotions get attached to that song. They get attached to what their boyfriend said, or their girlfriend said, or their friend said, or somebody that they admire at school. And they're trying to live up to this because they want to be popular. So they're doing things that's not really them. And you wonder why is Jaquan acting like this? Why is Sarah acting like this now? Right? Why is David acting like this? That's not him. Why is he dressing like this? Yeah, we'll say he expressing himself. That, to a point, that's true. But where did it come from? Because they had to see, or they had to believe how they were before wasn't good enough. I used to sag my pants, believe it or not. Yes, DMP speaks. I used to sag my pants because and show my underwear, show my drawers. You want to know why? Because I wanted to fit in. Because I'm still I'm grown now, but I was a church boy. That's all I was. I know Hezekiah Walker, Fred, got to meet him one day. That was so cool. John P. Key, I mean James Hall, because I'm from New York. I mean, on and on and on and on. Right? I am a gospel dude. That's just who I am. I'm a church boy, church man. That's churchman, as they say. That's all I knew. But I wanted to fit in, so I sagged my pants. I talked a certain way. Somebody had to tell me. One of my friends or associates at the time, I thought he was a friend, but I just felt me and him was just cool. He said, "Man, don't you know we respect you just the way you are, man? That's not even you. You're not even sagging your pants right." I had a bandana and everything. And he was like, "Man, that's not you." Some of us would trade lives with you right now. At least you got two parents at home that love you. It seems like you got a big sister. God bless the dead. That love you. Why are you trying to be like us? Just be yourself. And from that time on, I've had my ups and downs, even as being a grown adult. But I started to love, and I'm saying this as a man, I love the skin that I was in because I thought I had to look a certain way. I had to be a certain way to be noticed or acknowledged or valued. All I had to do is just look at myself and say, "You are valuable. You are somebody." And your team might be going through this today. They might be going through this right now, smiling in your face, eating Eggo waffles, chilling, looking at Netflix. Maybe they hope they're not chilling with somebody, they're chilling with y'all at least, right? I'm just joking, but to be serious, we got to protect our teen and young adults' mind because they're already dealing with so much grades, school schedule, living up to unfair expectations. And we know, let's be honest, including myself, I've had so many expectations for my son, but and there's nothing wrong with that because I still going to have high expectations for him. But one thing I had to learn um as a parent, that even though you have expectations for your son to do or your daughter to do a certain thing, that thing that you want them to do may not be the thing they want to do. So you have to find out what they want to do so that you could be interested in what they want to do, so that you can put time and effort and support in what they want to do. Even if you don't agree for the thing that they want to do, it's not your thing. Does that make sense? So what am I saying? You got to support them where they are. The battle gets harder because of what they feel about themselves. See, we have to destroy, and I'm going to say this with emphasis, we have to destroy the lies that come into their mind that they're not good enough, that they're not valuable to your family. They have nothing to give to society. They have nothing to give to their friends or family. That's a bold-faced lie. Your child, your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, they have something to give. They have something to offer. But you got to tell them what kind of person they are. You got to be consistent with telling them you are great. I look at my son, whether he was playing football or not, it doesn't, and I told him this to his face, doesn't matter. You're an amazing kid, and you're going to be an even amazing young man and father and husband one day, right? What am I doing? I'm not saying it just to say it. I say it because I believe it. And even if he don't see it yet, I see it for him. See, we got to be able to see that for them, but we have to protect them from the elements outside. But we also, and this is not even in my notes, we also have to protect our children from us. And that's another topic for another day, but I'm going to touch on it. Sometimes, boy, oh boy, I know I'm going to get in trouble. Guess what? I don't care, because I'm here to help you. I'm not here to do patty cake, baker's man. I'm here to help you. Sometimes your children had to be protected from you, because there are parents, let's be honest, let's keep it a buck. There are parents out there right now. You have an expectation of your teen son or daughter, a young adult son or daughter, that is unfair. I'll say it again. I'll put the mic right back in my face. There are some expectations that you have for your teen or young adult that is unfair. Ask me how I know. I was the same way. I was the same way. Unrealistic expectations. What did I do? I started to wise up and say, you know what? This is unfair to him. I'm not giving him any area to grow into his own person, to his own man. I'm not seeing his attributes. I'm not seeing his character. I'm always focusing on what he did wrong or what he didn't do. Then I started to realize, because of those things, our relationship wasn't the greatest, not like it should have been. And I started seeing, man, no, you're not doing enough. More than just quality time, you're not speaking life into him like you should. And you're so focused on what he did wrong. Why don't you tell him what he's doing right? And this is what I want to say to you all. When is the last time you told your son or daughter, great job on that paper? Maybe they messed up 4 or 5 times, or something didn't go right in your book. But have you ever told them, hey, you know what? Good job on that song. You sung well. I came to your recital, you did well. Well, Dad, don't you think? No, we all got some things to work on, but you did well. It goes along. That's how you protect your teen son, daughter, young adult's mind, by you letting them know not only are you showing up to games and recitals and everything that they're invested in, you're verbally saying, great job. But one of the other things that we got to do, and we're almost out of here, and I'll need you to share this with someone. We have to be able to speak truth to them until they believe it. I'll say it again. We have to be able to speak truth until they believe it. They may not believe in themselves yet, but it's our job to help them believe in themselves. We have to make it a habit, and we got to speak it out to them every chance that we get, until it's ad nauseum. Like, yes, I know I'm great, but I want you to say that you're great. I want that to come out of your mouth, that you're great. You're not greater than everybody else, but then you have a particular skill set. You have a particular gift that you need to share with the world. And that comes from you. Every parenting style is different, but one thing remains the same. When you protect your child's mind and you help their mind get on another mindset, because it's important, it's really important to protect them. So my question is to you all, are you protecting your teen's mind? Are you protecting it with love and compassion and fairness? But you not allow them to live up to an expectation that society has or their friends have or you have that's unfair. This parenting thing is not easy, but it's worth it. We got too many kids out here lost. Lost. They're just lost. But it's time for them to be found. They ran away. Maybe they didn't run away physically, but they ran away mentally and emotionally. But let's get them back on track. Let's get them back on track. Get them where they need to be. Let's do better as parents and guardians as God intended. And there are families out there today that are looking for a change. I'm looking right into the camera. There are some families that are looking for a change, but they don't know how to bring change to their family. They don't know how to reconcile differences. They don't know how to work on their communication. They don't have the tools. But my program has the tools to help you. My program is designed specifically for families that want to reconcile differences, that want to understand each other, that want to work on your communication to bring the family back together as God intended. It's time for you and your family to stop contemplating, should we get family coaching? We've been watching DMPSpeaks for a while. Is it time? It's been time. But now is the time to take action. Now is the time to get your family back together. That's what you want. That's why you're watching today's telecast. This is why you're watching this session every Monday through Sunday, Monday through Saturday, because you're saying, I want to do it, but I'm nervous. Sometimes we just got to take a step in the right direction. I want to help you and your family be the best that you've ever been. The only way that you can do it is take a step today. I want you to reach out to me, all my social media platforms. I want you to click on the link, or I want you to email me at dmpspeaksllc@gmail.com. Again, that's DMPSpeaks. So DMP, the word speaks, LLC@gmail.com. I'm still working on the website, but listen, guys, it's not just about the website. It's not about just the landing page. I'm here to help you. I'm ready to help you be the best family that you can be. Guys, thank you so much for your time on today. I want to show you some information, but you will see me tomorrow for another session, a morning session with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I want you all to have a wonderful and blessed night, a blessed day. Whenever you check this out, have a wonderful and great day.